The morning in Utsunomiya opens with a very unique rhythm. The streets still carry the morning mist, and the early sunlight is as light as a thin layer of silk covering the city. In that quiet space, I, along with my nephew William and his friend Isaac, began the second day of our 14-day journey in Japan. We left the Hotel Metz and leisurely walked to a nearby shopping center with Tetsuo, my old school friend. The pace of life in Japan appears simple but is full of character. Stores open gently, people go to work in silence, and everything is neat and refined. As we walked along the streets of Utsunomiya, there was a small but meaningful detail that is easy to overlook. Along the sidewalks, there is always a line of yellow tiles running like a calm stream. This is a guiding system for the visually impaired, a Japanese invention from more than half a century ago. These yellow tiles are designed with a textured surface so that the visually impaired can feel them with a cane or under their feet. Striped tiles indicate a straight path, and dotted tiles signal a stopping point, a turn or place with danger ahead. A detail that seems very small, yet reflects the Japanese philosophy of life, that everyone, whether strong or weak, deserves to be guided safely and with respect. Leaving Hotel Mead, we got into a car for Tetsuo, an old-school friend, to take us to Utsunomiya Castle. The trip lasted only a few minutes, but it opened up a very different perspective on the pace of life in this city. As soon as the car started moving, the first thing that caught our attention was the left-hand traffic law, a characteristic of Japan. Cars drive on the left, the steering wheel is on the right, and everything moves contrary to our usual habits. But what's strange is that despite the difference, we felt very safe, because everyone strictly follows traffic rules, with no one cutting in, no one trying to overtake, no honking urging anyone, just order and rhythm like a gentle flow. The streets of Utsunomiya are so clean that it amazes us, with no trash or dirty streaks on the roads. Japanese people have the habit of taking garbage home, as public trash bins are rare. Cleanliness is not enforced by anyone, but awareness has become a part of their daily life. On the road, it is easy to spot buses running on time on the right routes like precise machines. Buses in Japan are not just a means of transportation, but also a symbol of punctuality and discipline. Each bus stops gently, picks up passengers in silence, and then continues its journey as if never disturbing the rhythm of the city. And then, there was something that made me think for a long time. Japan is the home of world-famous motorcycle brands, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, names that appear all over the roads in Vietnam. However, during the days I spent here, I almost didn't see any motorbikes on the roads. No engine noise, no familiar sounds of motorcycles. Instead, there were cars, buses, and bicycles gliding softly past. The Japanese limit motorbike use to prioritize safety, reduce pollution, and maintain traffic order. An interesting paradox. They manufacture motorcycles for the whole world, but do not use them much in their own country. As the car drove deeper into the city center, we saw rows of carefully trimmed trees, compact traffic signs, and low-rise buildings with minimalist architecture. Nothing was flashy, but everything was harmonious, adequate, and very Japanese. Tetsuo drove with the calmness characteristic of the Japanese. Not hurried, not rushed. He said that here, driving is not just about moving from one place to another, but also about respecting others on the road. Everyone maintains a safe distance, yields when necessary, and always prioritizes safety. Occasionally, through the car windows, we see pedestrians crossing the street on the white crosswalks where cars always stop before they step onto the road. No one jostles, no one rushes. A rare sense of peace in the urban pace of life. The closer we got to Utsunomiya Castle, the more open the space became. The low castle walls appeared in the distance, glimpsed behind the green tree canopies. The road leading into the castle area was spacious, clean, and carried a calmness very characteristic of places connected to history. The ride only lasted a few minutes, but it was enough to let us feel a part of Japan's soul. Its simplicity, its refinement, mutual respect, and a slow yet profound rhythm of life. A short journey, yet one that opens up many reflections. The next stop on our journey is Utsunomiya Castle, a fortress with more than a millennium of history. As soon as visitors step into the grounds, they are shown a short anime that reenacts the castle's past. A very Japanese way of storytelling. Vivid, easy to understand, and full of emotion, making history feel closer than ever. This castle was built during the Heian period, around 1062 to 1063, by a member of the Fujiwara clan, either Fujiwara Hidesato or Fujiwara-san, according to ancient records. Since then, Utsunomiya Castle became the center of power for the Utsunomiya family, a clan that ruled this land for nearly 500 years. During the Kamakura and Muromachi periods, it was one of the most important fortresses in the Kanto region. Moving into the Sengoku, Warring States, period, it was repeatedly drawn into the vortex of war. One of the greatest events was the attack by the Hojo clan, which resulted in most of the castle and surrounding town being burned down. In this turbulent period, Utsunomiya Castle was strongly reinforced, with higher walls, deeper moats, and an expanded defense system to resist feudal forces. By the end of the 16th century, when Toyotomi Hideyoshi unified Japan, the Utsunomiya clan was dispossessed of their land, and their estates fell into the hands of lords loyal to Tokugawa during the Edo period. Utsunomiya Castle became the residence of the Fudai daimyo, samurai families loyal to the Tokugawa shogunate. One of the most important figures was Honda Masazumi, who renovated and redesigned the entire castle and town, laying the foundation for the modern layout of Utsunomiya. However, the most notable event in the castle's history occurred in 1868. During the Boshin War, the conflict between forces supporting Emperor Meiji and the remnants of the Tokugawa shogunate. Utsunomiya Castle became a fierce battlefield. In the clash, the castle was completely burned, engulfed in fire and smoke. That was the moment that marked the end of a feudal era that had lasted for centuries. After the Meiji Restoration began, most of the remaining ruins of the towers were dismantled to expand the city and build modern structures. For many decades, this place was just an empty lot with faint remnants of the past. It wasn't until the late 20th century, based on old Edo period maps and archaeological documents, that the city authorities began to restore part of the castle. 2 watchtowers, the White Castle walls, and the central Hamaru area of the castle. What we see today is not the original, but it is a faithful historical reconstruction that helps visitors better imagine the architecture of old Japanese castles. Walking on the wooden steps, looking up at the gracefully curved tiled roofs and the pristine white walls, one feels as if touching the breath of an era. A lost era, an era of samurai, of battles for power, and of stories that can be felt just by standing here. Amid the peaceful space of present-day Utsunomiya, it stands as a reminder of the past, that this place was once the center of great upheavals, witnessed the rise and fall of clans, and was once consumed by the flames of the final war of the feudal era. Utsunomiya Castle is not just a tourist attraction. It is a living page of history, a quiet witness to over 1,000 years of Japanese history. From the high Utsunomiya peak, the entire city unfolds before your eyes. Straight roads, orderly traffic, interspersed with carefully planned green spaces. Japan always knows how to maintain a balance between urbanization and nature, a harmony that makes visitors feel relaxed and comfortable. On this tour, our group was also joined by a special guest, Satoshi, the son of Mr. Tetsuo. Satoshi is currently studying at a high school in Utsunomiya City. Despite having a rather busy schedule, he made an effort to take a day off to join us for lunch. Satoshi's presence brought a very warm atmosphere. He not only serves as a bridge between the younger generation and the stories of the Oya region, but also helps us gain a better understanding of the lives of Japanese students today. The next stop on the journey is the Oya Quarry Museum, a museum located just outside the Oya Stone Quarry area. This is where visitors begin to explore the story of the region's characteristic stone from Tachijai. The museum space is small, and visiting in August, the hottest time of the year in Japan, can be quite warm, creating a stark contrast to the cold waiting underground. Inside the museum, visitors can see valuable documents on the history of Oya stone mining, from images of the old workers to manual tools such as iron hammers, chisels, stone saws, and pointed picks for splitting stone. Notably, the museum also displays the thick clothing used by the miners. These heavy and coarse garments show the harsh working conditions underground, where temperatures remain freezing year-round. For the miners, these were not just work clothes, but the only protection against the deep damp cold beneath the quarry. Oya stone was used in many important constructions during the Meiji era. And to this day, this place remains a distinctive cultural symbol of Tachijai. After leaving the museum, we stopped by a small shop selling souvenirs made from Oya stone. Here, visitors can choose small square or round pieces of stone and use brushes and paint to decorate them. It's a gentle yet meaningful activity that creates a personalized keepsake. At the end of the sightseeing day, the weather was quite hot, so Tetsuo took the group to have Japanese ice cream at a local bakery. The Japanese ice cream was mildly sweet, moderately creamy, and had a delicate flavor, perfect for cooling down after a long day of exploring. The second day came to a close in the gentle evening light of Utsunomiya. The places we passed by, from the old castle, the cold stone steps in the Oya quarry, to the small shop where the children painted on pieces of stone, felt like quiet puzzle pieces, each contributing to the story of this land. Japan is not loud. It touches us with delicacy, with small details that we only truly notice when we slow down. And it is in those seemingly ordinary moments that we find the rare peace of these journeys.